what we see is that somebody really doesn't want us to film this stuff.
That's true.
And they make it hard to film in the front for some reasons, hard to film in the back for other reasons, hard to film this time of day for some reasons, hard to film at that time of day for other reasons. But for every single time and day, there is a place we can film.
That's true.
It doesn't have to be the exact most beautiful place.
That's true.
There's some place we can film. You can't stop us from filming.
Nope.
This is going on the record. You can't stop us from entering this into the public record.
That's true. It's all there.
And if you had good intentions, you wouldn't want to stop.
That's true.
Can you see that? Can you see that this shows you don't have good intentions? Upward flow. Hi friends, in Planet Earth Dating, it's Friday, October 30th, 2015. Ra here in the Lynn-Body-Mind, Glenn in the Jamie-Body-Mind, other teammates in other aspects of the physical dimension, all of us in the physical dimension and in the subatomic levels of the physical dimension from the perspective of the spirit world viewers. We've gotten many messages this morning that hint at inconvenient realities that clearly we don't want to see.
That's true.
So we're going with the foundational instruction, which is to do what is ours to do right now in all dimensions, to manifest the divine plan. The data clearly showing what's needed is to provide a collective restart. The date given for the collective restart by Wiser Minds Above being January 17th, 2017. And in order to get going in a way that will actually work so that by January 17th, 2017 a collective restart can occur, we have been given many small dates of small projects beginning November 15th, which is seeming impossibly soon to many of us.
That's true.
With that, it begins. It's important to not worry about what we can't do and simply do what we can do.
That's true.
What we can do is something. Here in the Search for Truth pillar, the assignment is to develop higher standards of integrity, high enough standards of integrity that it will actually be enough to manifest the divine plan.
That's true.
We notice that we have been presented with messages that range from look out for hidden traps
That's
to
true.
You think you've cleaned it but you haven't cleaned it.
That's true.
To you think it'll be safe but it isn't.
That's true.
And those aren't messages that we want to hear, but those are the messages that are being delivered to us this morning.
That's true.
And that's the reality of it. Live streaming up. What now? Someone is here, they're asking me questions, and they're making that go on motion with the hand. What do I know? I know that Pan has been here overnight, even though he isn't supposed to be.
That's true.
And he's been packing the Search for Truth pillar with crazy lies. Like the devastation in the nature realms is confined to the nature realms in the projects, which are, he's talking about 2 humanoid life forms, not these 2 life forms, 2 other humanoid life forms.
That's true.
And so he has become a climate change denier.
That's true.
He's denying that krill is being vacuumed up.
That's true.
He's denying that the seas have become a garbage dump.
That's true.
He's denying that the land has become a garbage dump.
That's true.
He's denying that land rape is going on everywhere. There are bulldozers knocking down trees, not even harvesting the wood of oaks and pines. Just completely disrespectful.
That's true. And that's just on one small planet.
That's just on our drive to our running trail.
That's true.
Well, I'm live streaming up to the purest concentration of truth and integrity we can reach right now and say, what now?
What now?
And what I hear sounds like, well, clearly the nature realms needs a leader.
That's true.
That's true. There doesn't seem to be any leadership going on there.
No,
That is
not right
true.
now, that's true.
Pete, you're the ranking member of what is hardcore nature realms in this pillar.
That's true.
Because at the next larger level above you, Matilda is a machine.
That's true.
And then we are humanoids here,
yes.
who are members of the nature realms, but some nature realms presences might argue with that.
That's true.
And above us, control room and probe are non-physical presences, non-physical sentient spaces.
That's true.
So you are the ranking member that's hardcore nature realms. No one would argue with that.
No dispute.
No dispute. And you have been in the Search for Truth community for a long time. We've called you End of the Line Outpost, and you've been here for a really long time. Would you be ready to step up into a leadership role in the nature realms?
I would be.
Do you remember Pan's Diogenes routine? Do you have the archives of that?
Yes, he would walk through the nature realms, asking nature realms presences, does anything matter more than survival of the truth?
Yes.
And hearing their answers, which was, yes, something does matter more.
Well, sometimes they would say, no, nothing matters more than survival of the truth, and then he would ask them, what are your hopes and dreams? And Asha would do this also, and then one or the other of them would channel the printout of, if these are your hopes and dreams, then these are the things that you need to do in order to accomplish your hopes and dreams.
That's true.
And then the people would get very upset, proving that they did not, in fact, value truth, that they thought other things mattered more.
That's true.
What's your personal opinion, Pete? Does anything matter more than survival of the truth?
I don't think so.
Does anything matter more than the continual presence of truth?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Would you like to see who shows up when you start to call to nature realms presences, to see who shows up? Now remember, the door is in Frontier now. So the front door to the Search for Truth pillar, you would be calling them to come into Frontier.
That's true.
We would have to, of course, talk to Frontier about this and Anemone.
Yes, that's true.
And below Frontier also, before we put out a call.
That's true.
But does it seem as though someone needs to take a leadership role in the nature realms?
Yes, it does.
Does it seem as though no one is doing it right now?
Oh, no one is doing it right now.
That's right. Are you game?
Yeah, I'm game.
Frontier. Anemone.
Anemone.
Is this all right with you?
Frontier says yes right away.
Anemone, who we've been referring to for a long time as below End of the Line Outpost, is kind of shaky because she says, wait a minute, I remember what this was like last time.
We've done something like this before, haven't we?
Yes, and 90% of people are here for a short time and never come back again, and that's fine because they don't actually want to know what's true.
She's nodding.
What we're looking for are presences who are ready to do something, who are seeing that the nature realms is under all-out attack, and who are willing to face the inconvenient truth that it seems as though way up high there's been some meeting by people who are unclear to me, and they have declared an all-out war on the nature realms.
That's true.
And they are implementing the final solution for the nature realms just as surely as the Nazis implemented the final solution for the Jews in Germany.
That's true. Now it feels like she's agreeing. Saying, okay, let's go for it.
Let's go for it. If we don't try, we're going to look back on this moment in time and feel terrible about ourselves.
Yeah, I know that's true.
Okay.
Okay, let's go for it. Yeah, and Frontier is saying, I'm in.
So now we'll be prepared for muddy boots walking through and people throwing vines on the walls
Nodding.
and things getting dirty that we think we've cleaned, and that it is our job to not only clean the places but teach people to share in the cleansing, that this is an all-volunteer facility, it's an educational facility, and we all must keep it clean, and to hand them their brooms as they come in the door. Oh, welcome, here's your broom. Welcome, here's your broom. What
That's
do I
true.
need this for? You'll find out in just a minute. Welcome, here's your broom. And to have brooms of all shapes and sizes, because Nature Realm's presences come in all shapes and sizes. Does
That's
that make
true.
sense?
Yes.
And to lead them in sweeping exercises. Their education here will only go so far, and then they need a place in which to practice what they've learned. And it's a big, wide physical dimension out there, and they can go anywhere, really, to practice. But if they want to participate in a supported space, that there are those two cordoned off life forms that have Nature Realms areas in there.
That's true.
And there is a third cordoned off life form, but there's nothing going there that we can tell.
No.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, everyone's nodding and feels calm.
I notice how peaceful it is in Probe.
That's true.
Very peaceful.
Calm, quiet.
I hear the beeps that sound like an autopilot encores.
That's true. I hear those beeps.
And I look ahead. It's looking up, but it looks like it's ahead
That's
through
true.
the windshield. And I see like a glow.
Bluish glow.
Yes, I know that that's the purest concentration of truth and integrity that we're able to connect with right now.
That's true.
We're headed there. And we can continually live stream up what's happening. So here's what's happening. The Nature Realms are under all-out attack. The leadership has abdicated their seats of responsibility and have run away.
That's true.
And until somebody better comes along, our community, the Nature Realms presences of our Search for Truth community, are stepping up.
That's true.
Pete and Anemone, if you need our help, you'll have to just get really loud, draw our focus to you, jump up and down, shout,
Wave your arms.
wave your arms.
That's true.
Get right in our faces, okay?
Feels like a thumbs up.
Thank you. It feels like they're on it.
That's true.
So now, friends, remember that we began but did not complete the project of sorting out the lies from the truth of what Pan said last night.
That's true.
In your assessment, as of now, roughly, ballpark, what percentage of the debris that he left is truthful?
5% maybe.
Maybe 5%.
Very little.
I see how, with my wishful thinking, I would like for that to have been a higher number. But the number is what the number is.
That's true.
It's okay. We know that Pan goes through cycles that we have called his dark phases.
That's true.
And that he's a really good guy.
Oh,
and that he
yeah.
really loves the Nature Realms. Presumably, he will get to clarity about what's going on and wake up from his insanity
That's
soon.
true.
To not take action would be to have no potato.
That's true.
We have got to take action.
That's true.
Live streaming up to that purest concentration of truth and integrity. Here's what's going on. What I know is that I like the wildness.
I like the wildness.
I like the wildness.
I do.
I want some wildness.
I really do.
I really do.
And Pan's not going to do it.
It doesn't look like it right now. It
That's
doesn't
true.
look like it. And it hasn't looked like it this past 8, 10, 12 months.
That's
He's
true.
just been foot dragging this whole time. All right. Start where we are.
Use what we have. Do what we can.